ladies and gentlemen, 12 Angry Women.
Murder in the first degree, premeditated homicide, is the most serious charge tried in our criminal courts. You have heard a long and complex case, ladies. It is now your duty to sit down to try to separate the facts from the fancy. One man is dead. The life of another is at stake. If there is a reasonable doubt in your minds as to the guilt of the accused, then you must declare him not guilty. If, however, there is no reasonable doubt, then he must be found guilty. Whichever way you decide, the verdict must be unanimous. I urge you to deliberate honestly and thoughtfully. You are faced with a grave responsibility. Thank you, ladies. The jury will retire.
This kid doesn't stand a chance.
Chewing gum? Gum?
Thank you.
Gum? No. Gum? No. You know something?
I know lots of things. I'm in advertising.
You know it's hot.
I never would have known that if she hadn't told me. Would you?
I suppose not. I'd kind of forgotten already.
All I've done all day is perspire.
I bet you're not perspiring like that boy who has tried.
You know, you'd think they'd at least fix the air conditioning in this joint. I about died in court.
My taxes are high enough.
Sorry, this should go fast anyway.
Yes, it's hot.
Okay, ladies, I think that's everybody, so if there's anything you need, I'm just going to be on the other side of the door.
Did she lock that door?
Yeah, yes she did.
What do they think we are, crooks? Jeez.
They'd only lock us up for a little bit.
And then they lock the boy up forever, and that's fine with me.
I never knew they locked that door.
Sure they locked the door. What'd you think?
I just didn't know. It never occurred to me.
Let's admit it, it's hot and it's humid and our tempers are short.
Yeah, it's been a pretty hard week.
It's been just fine. As long as I have my crocheting, I'm great.
I wonder what's been going on down at the office. You know how it is in advertising. In 6 days, my job could be gone. And the whole company too. They aren't going to like this.
Well, I think it's our duty.
I didn't object to doing my duty. I only mentioned that I might not have a job by the time I get back.
Ask her for some help. She's rich. I'm sure her husband could get you a wonderful position. I mean, look at that outfit.
Is that an original?
Yes, it is.
Ah, my aunt makes dresses.
How does she do?
Not too well. In any event, my aunt's friend, my aunt the dressmaker, you know, her friend actually asked to take my place on this jury.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Why didn't you let her? I didn't done anything to miss this.
What? And get caught? Do you know what kind of fine you could pay for something like that? No way. I'm a rule follower. Anyways, this friend of my aunt's, she actually sat on a jury very similar to this case.
So what happened?
They let him off. Reasonable doubt. Come to find out, about 8 years later, you won't believe this, they found out he actually did it. They let a murderer, a guilty man, loose on the streets.
That's horrible.
Did they get him?
They couldn't.
Why not?
Because you can't hold someone in double jeopardy. Unless it's a hung jury, you can't try somebody twice for the same crime.
That will not happen here.
6 days. 6 days. Should have only taken them 2. Talk, talk, talk. So much talk about nothing.
Well, they're entitled, I suppose.
Yeah, everybody gets a fair trial. That's the system. I mean, I suppose I can't say anything about it.
Well, how'd you like that business about the knife? Did you ever in your life hear such a story?
Well, look, you have to expect that. You know what you're dealing with here.
Listen, he bought a switchblade that night.
And then claimed he lost
Yeah, a
it.
hole in his pocket.
Yeah, a hole in his father.
Men.
What a horrible way to kill your father. A knife in the chest?
Look at the kind of people they are. You know them.
What's the matter? Honey, you got a cold.
Oh, a doozy. These summer colds will kill you.
I know. I had one last year on my vacation, too.
All right, ladies, let's take our seats,
Right.
okay?
Listen,
Does everyone have their notes?
this better go fast. My husband and I have 2 tickets tonight to Moulin Rouge. I think we're the only 2 people in the whole world who haven't seen it. All right, start the show, Your Honor.
Want to take your seat? Excuse me, lady at the window? You want to take your seat?
Oh, sorry.
It's hard to figure, isn't it? Boy kills his father, bang, just like that. Ah, you know, it's this juvenile delinquency. People let their kids run wild. True. Maybe it serves them right.
No point in getting emotional about this. This is about the evidence, not how we feel.
Well, we all agreed it was hot.
And that our tempers will get short. Yeah, but that's if we disagree. This is open and shut. Let's get her done. Come on.
All right. I'm not going to make any rules here. We can do this one way or another way. Whatever you guys want. We can talk about the case and then vote, or we can vote right now and see how we stand.
Yeah.
Let's vote now. Who knows? Maybe we could all go home.
Now, let's see who's where.
Yeah, let's vote right now.
All right, let us vote.
Okay, anybody object to voting now? Okay, all those in favor of guilty, please raise your hands. $11 for guilty. What? Not guilty? 1. All
What's
right.
the matter with you?
11-1, guilty.
Do you really think he's not guilty?
I don't know.
After 6 days, she doesn't know.
In 6 days, I could learn calculus. This is ABC.
I don't think it's as simple as ABC.
He is the guiltiest boy I've ever seen.
What does a guilty man look like? He's not guilty until we say he's guilty. Are we to vote in his face?
You sat in court and listened to the same things that I did. This kid is dangerous. He's guilty. You can see it.
What does a guilty man look like?
Oh, well.
No, please, I would like to know. What are the facial characteristics of a killer? Maybe you know something that I don't know.
What is it about this case that makes you think the boy's innocent?
Well, he's 19 years old.
That's old enough. You know, he stabbed his father 4 inches into the chest. An innocent little 19-year-old murderer.
You know, I agree he's guilty, but we really need to stay away from these emotionally charged arguments.
Fine, okay? Fine. They proved it a dozen different ways. Do you want me to list them?
No.
Will you believe that stupid story he told?
Oh, no.
Do you believe him?
Look, I don't know whether I believe it or not. Maybe I don't.
So what did you vote not guilty for?
Well, look, there were 11 of you who voted for guilty. You know, it's not so easy for me to raise my hand and send a boy off to die without at least talking about it first.
Who says it was easy for me?
Or me.
No one.
All right. The boy is guilty whether it's an easy vote or a hard one.
Was there something wrong because I voted fast?
Not necessarily.
I think the boy's guilty. You couldn't change my mind if you talked for 100 years.
Look, I don't want to change your mind.
Then what do you want?
I just want to talk for a little bit. Look, this boy has been kicked around his entire life. He grew up in the projects. His mother's dead since he was 9 years old. This is a tough, angry kid. And you know why kids get this way? Especially those who grew up in the projects? It's because we knock them over the head all the time. I just think we owe him a few words. That is all.
Listen, life was hard. Life was hard for me and my husband. I worked my way through college, and that's where we met. I fought for everything. He fought for everything. You know, it was a long time ago. But you forget some of that. But neither of us ever killed.
I know what hard luck's like. I've never killed no one either.
I've been kicked around too. Wait until you work in an ad agency and the guy that buys the advertising walks in.
In my country, in Botswana, kicking was a science. But let's try and find something better than that.
I don't mind telling you this, sister. We don't owe the boy anything. He got a fair trial, didn't he? You know what that trial cost? He's lucky he got one at all. Look, we're all adults here. You're not going to tell us that we're supposed to believe him knowing what he is. I've lived among them all my life. You can't believe a word they say. You know that.
I don't know that. What a terrible thing to believe. Since when is dishonesty a group characteristic? You don't have a monopoly on the truth. Okay. Save it for Sunday. We don't need a sermon, okay? What this woman is saying is very dangerous.
There's just no need to argue. We need to behave like ladies.
Certainly, if you insist.
Thank you.
Sure.
If we're going to discuss this case, let's discuss the facts.
I think that's a good point. We have to get a job to do. Let's do it.
If you ladies don't mind, I'm going to close the window. It was blowing on my neck.
Hey, I'd like to have that window open.
It was blowing on me.
Don't you want a little air? It's summer, it's hot.
I was very uncomfortable.
Dear, there are 12 of us in this room, and just one window. If you don't mind,
I have some rights too.
so do we.
Maybe you could trade seats with someone at the other end of the table.
All right. If someone would trade with me, then I will open the window.
You could have my seat.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, shall we get back to the case?
Yes, let's. I may have an idea here. I'm just thinking out loud now, but it seems to me that it is up to us to convince this lady that we are right and she is wrong. So how about we each talk about it for a minute or two, you know? Try it on for size?
That sounds fair enough.
Very fair.
Okay, supposing we go around the table, give everybody an opportunity to talk. Okay,
Let's start it off.
okay, we'll go by juror numbers, right? Is that good?
Yep.
We'll start with you, juror number 2.
I just think he's guilty. I thought it was obvious.
In what way was it obvious?
Well, nobody proved otherwise.
Well, nobody has to prove otherwise. It's innocent until proven guilty. The burden of proof is on the prosecution. And in fact, the defendant doesn't even have to say a word. It's in the Constitution, the Fifth Amendment. You've heard of it.
Everyone has.
Well, sure, I've heard of it. I mean, well, I just think he's guilty.
No reasons, just guilty. There's a life at stake here.
Okay. Let's just talk about the facts then. Okay?
Yep.
Number 1, the old man who lived in the apartment underneath where the murders took place. Now remember, on the night of the killing, at about 10 after 12, he heard a loud noise, right? He thought it sounded like a fight. And then he heard the boy say to his father, "I'm going to kill you." He ran to his front door, opened it up, and saw the boy running down the steps and out of the house. He went back in, he called the police. The police went upstairs, and guess what they found? The old man with a knife to his chest.
And the coroner put the man's time of death at
Right.
midnight.
Right. What else could you want?
It just doesn't seem to fit.
Well, the boy's story's a little flimsy.
Yeah.
You know, he says he went to the movies, which is a little ridiculous because he doesn't even remember what movie he saw.
That's right. Are you hearing this? You're absolutely right.
And he didn't even have a ticket stub.
Right?
Oh, come on, who keeps their tickets stubbed at the movies?
Well, the cashier didn't recognize him.
Ticket taker didn't either.
Yep.
Not the truth.
The woman across the street, if her testimony don't prove it, nothing can.
That's right. She saw the killing, didn't she?
All right, ladies.
She did.
We agreed to go in order.
You know what, just
Now let's get back to the order.
Just a minute. Here's a woman lying in bed, can't sleep. It's hot, you know. She wakes up, goes out, looks out the window, across the tracks. She sees the boy stab his father.
Well, how can she be so sure that it's the boy when she saw this killing through the passing elevated train?
She's known him all his life. His window is just opposite hers across the L tracks. She swore it.
Yes, I heard her swear to it.
And they also proved that you could look through the windows of the L train at night.
That's right.
And see what was happening on the other side. They proved it.
Well, weren't you just telling us a minute ago that we can't trust them, that we can't believe them?
So,
Why is it you believe her? She's
Wait
one
a
of them.
second,
too.
wait a
It's in
second.
the-
Oh,
All right,
now,
take it easy.
Take it easy. Sit down.
Come on, sit down. Why are you letting her get you all upset for? Look, breathe, relax. There you go. Relax. I know she's aggravating, but just breathe.
Ladies, they took us to that woman's apartment. and we could see through the window through the L train, right?
Yes, we looked.
Okay, and couldn't you see through on the other side?
Well, I didn't see as well as they said I would, but yes, I could see to the other side.
You saw. You did see.
just
didn't you?
around
You
you.
saw. Calm down. Calm down.
She saw. All right. Number 5, it's your turn.
I'll pass.
I guess that's your privilege. Juror number 6.
I don't really know. But I think what convinced me was the testimony of those people across the street. Didn't they say something about an argument between the father and the boy at about midnight? Yep. I mean, I could be wrong.
I think it was 8 o'clock.
Yeah, 8 o'clock, that's right.
Yep, they heard the father hit the boy twice, and they saw the boy angrily run out of that apartment.
Right.
Well, what does that prove?
Well, it doesn't exactly prove anything, but it's part of the whole picture. I didn't say it proved anything.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
I don't know. I think most of it's been said already. We could talk all day about this thing. I'm gonna tell you, ladies, I think we're wasting our time.
I don't think we're wasting our time.
Neither do I. Go on.
Really?
Yes.
Look at the boy's record. He stole a car. He was arrested for mugging. Wait a minute. I think they said he even stabbed somebody in the arm.
They did.
Well,
100%.
he was picked up for fighting with a knife.
That's right.
At 15, this fine young man was in reform school.
Right. And they sent him to reform school for stabbing someone.
Right. What a nice, fine young boy.
Look, this boy, ever since he was 5 years old, his father beat him up regularly. He used his fist.
Listen, so would I too. And if I couldn't, I'd make sure his father could.
You're right. Kids nowadays. You know how they are? They don't listen. You know, I have a boy, when he was 10 years old, I caught him out in the streets, hanging out with the neighborhood gang, fighting. After all I'd said to stay away from those thugs, he goes and joins them. I gave him a beating like he would never forget. And then when he was 15, he hit me. A woman. His own mother. In the face. He was big, you know? I haven't talked to him in 3 years. Maybe I'm better off. Rotten kid. I hate tough kids. They work your heart out. Let's get on with it.
Okay, we're missing the point here. We know this boy came from a filthy neighborhood and a broken home. We're not going to change that. And we're not going to come up with the reasons why kids that come from these slums are basically menaces to society.
You said it there.
Yep, you know
I
it,
don't
and
want
so
any-
do I.
I don't want any part of it.
I know,
Believe
but we also know that potentially, they get involved in a lot of criminal activity.
Wait a second here. I've grown up in the projects my entire life.
Wait a minute.
And I played in the backyard that had a whole bunch of trash in it. Maybe I still smell of it.
Okay. Let's be reasonable. This is not personal.
This is personal.
Look, she didn't mean you, you know? Like, let's not be so sensitive, right? Let's not be so, we don't need to be so sensitive. It's
Then
fine.
who did she mean?
I can understand the sensitivity.
All right, let's stop the bickering. Stop the bickering, for God's sakes.
We're wasting time.
All right. It's your turn, number 8.
Okay, so since the beginning, I had a peculiar feeling about this trial. It just seemed like the defense attorney just did not do a very good job of cross-examining the witnesses. Too many questions were just never asked.
That's true. It doesn't change my opinion the boy is guilty, but defense counsel was very bad.
So,
Well, this is a point.
what about facts?
Well, too many questions were never answered.
What about the questions that were answered? For instance, let's take the cute little switchblade this fine, upstanding young man admitted to buying.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Okay.
Let's bring it in here. I want to see it again, Madam Foreman.
What?
Seriously.
Yes, please. Come on, let's see
We've
it.
already seen this thing once. Why do we have to look at it again? Right? Don't you agree?
No, it's her right. She has a right to look at the exhibits and evidence.
Okay, fine with me.
You know, that knife is a pretty strong piece of evidence, don't you think?
I agree. It's a
Okay.
very strong piece of evidence.
So we need to put the facts together as it relates to this switchblade.
Yeah.
Okay.
The boy admits to going out of his house at 8 o'clock after being slapped by his father.
Or punched.
Or punched, right? Or punched. And he said he went to the neighborhood store and he bought a knife, and the shopkeeper was arrested the next day for selling it to him.
And I think we can all agree it's a pretty unusual knife. It's hard to forget something like that, right?
In fact, the shopkeeper said it was the only one like it he had in his store. So why did the boy buy it?
Oh, I got it. As a present for a friend of his, he said.
Oh boy, am I right so far?
Yes, you are right.
That she's right. Listen to her. She knows what she's talking about.
Now, the boy claims that he gets the knife and he takes it home, and on his way home, it falls out of his pants from a hole in his pocket on the ground. And he says he never saw it again. Now, that's a story, isn't it? Now, you and I know what really happened. He took that knife home, and hours later, he stabbed his father. And you know what? He even remembered to wipe away the fingerprints.
Yep.
Look at this knife.
Ugh.
Right? Pretty unusual. Everybody who's come in contact with this knife has identified it. And you want us to believe that some stranger picked it up off the ground, took it to the boy's apartment, and stabbed his father just to be amusing?
No. What I am saying is that it's possible that he did lose the knife and that somebody else killed the father with a similar knife. I'm just saying that it's possible.
Look at this knife. I've never seen one like it. The shopkeeper said he never saw one like it. You want us to believe a pretty incredible coincidence.
No. I don't want you to accept anything. I am just saying that it is possible.
Okay. And I am saying it is not possible. What are you Are you serious?
All right.
It's the same one.
Quiet. Let's be quiet. Quiet.
Where'd you get it?
I bought it at a little junk shop around the corner from the boy's house. It only cost me $10.
Listen to me.
Oh, I'm listening.
You know, you're trying to pull a little slick trick here, but you proved absolutely zero. Okay? Who cares if there are 10 knives like that? So what?
Maybe there are.
The boy lied, and you know it.
No. Or maybe he didn't lie. Maybe he did lose the knife. Maybe he did go to the movies. And you know what? Maybe the reason why the cashier and ticket taker didn't remember him is because he snuck into the movies and he was ashamed to say so. Isn't there anybody here who didn't sneak into the movies when they were kids?
I didn't.
Not even once?
They didn't have movies.
She.
Well, look, maybe he did go to the movies, maybe he didn't. Maybe he lied. 10, do you think he lied?
That's a stupid question, of course.
Yes.
4, do you think he lied?
Don't even ask me that. You know my answer. He lied.
Juror number 5, what about you?
I don't know.
Oh, jeez. Now, wait a second. Who are you, the boy's lawyer? Let me tell you that there are still 11 of us on this jury who believe he's guilty. You're all alone. What do you want to accomplish? You want to be stubborn and hang this jury? It's okay. The boy will be brought back. The boy will be tried again, and the boy will be found guilty. As sure as he was born.
You're probably right.
So what are you going to do about it? You want to be here all night?
It's only one night. A man could die.
Oh, come on now.
That is very true.
I think we ought to get on with it now.
Yeah, let's get going here.
I don't like this woman.
Look, what do you have to say, 8? You are holding up the show.
Okay. Obviously, you don't think the boy is guilty.
I have a doubt in my mind.
But you haven't given us anything to understand your doubt. You know, look at the old man downstairs. You know, he heard it. He heard the boy shriek it out.
Yep. Look, the woman across the L tracks, she saw it.
Well, think about this. We know that he bought a switchblade that night.
Yep.
And we don't know where the boy was. I know. He was at the movies.
Well, and earlier that night, the boy and his father did have a fight.
Yep. You know, he's been a violent boy the whole way.
Yep.
Now, that doesn't prove anything.
Yeah, but still.
All right, everyone. I have a proposition to make. I want to call for a vote, but I want 11 of you to vote by secret ballot. I will abstain. If there are still 11 votes for guilty, then we'll take a guilty verdict into the judge right now. I will not stand alone. What do you say?
Okay, let's do it.
That sounds fair.
Perhaps this is best.
Is everyone agreed? Okay, all right. Make enough ballots.
Go, man.
Okay, guilty.
Yep.
Guilty. Guilty.
Yep.
Guilty. Guilty.
Yep.
Guilty.
Ah, that's 6.
All right, please. Yes, 6. Guilty. 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 Not guilty.
What?
Guilty.
Oh, how do you like that?
That's it.
Who was it?
10 to 2.
Who was it? I have a right to know.
Look, I want to know who changed their vote. Who's the idiot who changed her vote?
Is that the way to talk about a man's life?
Are we talking about the man who died or the life of the murderer?
This was a secret ballot.
Look, nobody looked while we did it, but now I want to know.
A secret ballot. On that point, we agreed. If the lady wants to keep her vote a secret, then she has the right to keep it a secret.
You don't have a right to keep anything secret in here. Besides, you know what? I know who did it. What is the matter with you? You come in here, you vote guilty, and then you let this woman tear your heart out with stories of a poor little boy who couldn't help becoming a murderer. And you change your vote? If that isn't the most sickening, disgusting.
Now hold it.
Listen, I agree he's guilty, but we need to be fair.
Hold it. Be fair. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm putting a guilty man in the chair where he belongs.
Right.
And you all are listening to fairy tales.
Now, just a minute.
What? Listen to me. Look.
Let's try to keep this thing organized, ladies.
It's not organized, but let's be civilized.
Please, I would like to say something here. I always thought that in this country, a person was entitled to have unpopular opinions. That is one of the reasons I came here. I wanted to have the right to disagree.
Do you disagree with us?
Usually, I would. But in this one case, I agree with you. But the point that I wish to make is that in my own country, I'm ashamed to say
Oh,
that
now,
we
what
can't
do we
even...
have to hear the whole history of your country?
It's wise to bear in mind what goes on in other countries where people aren't allowed to disagree. We're allowed to disagree. So let's stick to the subject.
Yes. Let's stick to the subject. I'd like to ask you a question. Why'd you change your vote?
Why do you think I changed my vote?
Because I do. Now let's get on with it.
She has nothing to tell you. She didn't change her vote.
What?
I did.
Oh.
I tried to tell you, but you were just so sure of yourself.
I'm sorry. Look, I just don't
I think, would you like to know why?
I'll tell you why that boy is a good for nothing son of a...
The lady wants to talk. You gotta sit down.
Thank you. Thank you. This lady chose not to stand alone. That is her right. It takes a great deal of courage to stand alone, even if you are strong in your opinion. She left the verdict up to us. She gambled for our support, and I gave it to her. I want to hear more. The vote is 10-2.
Oh, that's fine. If the speech is over, let's just get on.
You know, if there was anything in this boy's favor, I would vote not guilty.
I don't know what it is.
Well, neither do I. They're clutching at straws.
Guilty as they get, that's the boy, I suppose.
Well, but there is one woman holding out. But you know, I think she's gonna come around. You know, fundamentally, she's a very reasonable person.
I guess so.
Yeah, I think so. But you know, they really haven't given us any reason to find this boy innocent.
I mean, what is a reasonable doubt?
Well, that's true. What does beyond a reasonable doubt mean?
I don't know. I don't have much doubt here.
Well, exactly. But you know, when a life is at stake, what is reasonable doubt? I mean, you have to have law and order. You have to draw the line somewhere. Otherwise, people would be knifing each other.
Do you hear of people that are innocent and go to jail or even death sometimes? And then years later, something comes up.
Mm-hmm. That's true, but you know, you hear about killers they let loose too. And then they kill. You know, like they get let out on a technicality and they go and kill again.
Look, hon. Look, hey, number 5. Look, hon, now that we've cooled down a little bit, I just want to say, I got a little excited before, you know. Nothing, you know, I didn't mean to get nasty. You know how it is. Nothing personal.
Think nothing of it.
Okay.
But
You
look,
forgive me, right? I think she forgives me.
supposing you answer me this, okay? If the boy didn't kill him, who did?
Well, as from what I understand, we're only supposed to be determining the guilt or innocence of the boy at trial. We're not to be concerned with anybody else's motives.
I suppose, but tell me who else had a motive.
Well, the boy's father was along in years, maybe an old grudge.
Remember, it's guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. That's important to remember.
Everyone's a lawyer. Supposing you tell us what your reasonable doubts are.
Well, that's it's really hard because right now it's just a feeling that I have. Maybe you don't understand.
No, I don't.
A feeling? What are we gonna do? Spend the whole night talking about your feelings? What about the facts?
You took the words right out of my mouth. What about the facts? We know the old man heard the boy yell, "I'm gonna kill you."
Right.
A second later, there's a sound of a body hitting the floor. We know that he ran out and saw the boy running away from the scene of the crime 15 seconds after that.
So, I ask you, where's the reasonable doubt in that?
Right, right.
That's right. And let's not forget the woman across the street. She looked into the open window and she saw the boy stab his father. She saw it.
If that isn't enough for you,
Well, it's not enough for me.
What is enough for you? We need to know.
How do you like this? Huh? It's like talking to a brick wall.
You know, we have the woman. She saw through the window. She saw the train. She saw 5 cars. And she saw the murder through the last 2 cars.
Well, it doesn't sound right to me.
supposing you think about it for a second. Like, while you do that, think. I would like you to think. Okay, so I'm gonna be crocheting the skirt for my daughter. I don't think it looks too hard. Anybody else have crochet experience?
Wouldn't it be out of style by the time you got it done?
I mean, I do crochet a little slow, but I mean, I think it's timeless.
This isn't a sewing circle.
What do you think you're doing?
This is a man's life.
Who do you think you are?
All right, take it easy.
I have a good mind to walk around this table and slap you.
Whoa.
Oh my God!
Oh.
Did you see that? The nerve! The absolute nerve!
I don't want any fights in here.
This isn't a sewing circle. Who does she think she is? She tore it up. That good for nothing.
Weren't we talking about elevated trains?
Yes, we were.
So,
Well, let me ask you this. How long would you say it takes an elevated train going at top speed to pass a given point?
what does that have to do with anything?
Just take a guess. How long would it take?
I don't have the slightest idea.
5, what about you? How long do you think it would take?
Maybe 10 to 12 seconds.
Okay, anybody else?
I would think 10 seconds, perhaps.
Okay.
Yeah, about 10 seconds.
Okay, we agree. 10 seconds.
Fine, 10 seconds.
All right. So, here's the thing with the 10 seconds. The 10 seconds of a train going at top speed passing a given point. The given point in this circumstance is the window of the room in which the murder took place. So, from that room, remember when we went there, you could reach out and almost touch the L tracks from that window, right?
That's right, I tried it.
So, who here has lived close to the L tracks?
I've lived one.
All right. The L makes a lot of noise, doesn't it? Yes. So when I lived next to the L tracks, and I would have my window open, especially in the summer, and that train would go by, the noise was almost unbearable. You couldn't even hear yourself think.
You can't hear yourself then. Get to the point.
So, the old man who lived downstairs testified that he heard the boy say, I am going
He
to...
didn't say it. He screamed it.
The old man heard the boy scream,
There we go.
I'm going to kill you, and then 1 second later heard the body fall. That was the testimony, right?
Yep.
Okay. The woman across the tracks, she testified that she saw the body fall through the last 2 cars of the elevated train, right?
That's right.
So,
The last 2 cars.
That's right. The last 2 cars.
The last 2 cars.
Here.
This. So, we have a train passing a given point in 10 seconds. That's 2 seconds per car.
Okay.
That means that this train had to have been going past this window for at least 6 seconds or maybe more, before the body fell. Thus, the old man would have had to have heard the boy say, "I'm going to kill you," with the front of the L train roaring past his nose. It's not possible he could have heard it.
What do you mean? Sure, it's possible he would have heard it.
Well, with an L train going by?
He said the boy yelled it out.
And the L train makes a lot of noise.
It's enough for me.
It's enough for me too.
I don't think he could have heard it.
Maybe the old man didn't hear it with all the L noise.
What are you people talking about? Are you calling the old man a liar?
Something just doesn't fit.
Well, it stands to reason.
You're crazy. Why would he make up something like that? What does he got to gain?
Attention, maybe.
Oh, you come up with all these smart aleck sayings, don't you? Why don't you just go join TikTok and become an influencer?
What does that have to do with anything? Look, you have a right to be heard. Why might the old man have lied?
Well, I looked at him for a long time. The sleeve of his jacket was torn, and he walked with 2 canes. He was a very old man, and this is sad. No one had ever given him any recognition his whole life. In 75 years, he'd never been quoted or recognized. I think I know him better than anyone here. This man, he needs to be questioned, to be quoted, to have his name in the paper. This is important.
So you're trying to tell us that he would lie about a thing like this just so he could be important?
Yeah.
No, I don't think he lied. I think he convinced himself that he heard those words and recognized the boy's face.
If that isn't the most fantastic story I've ever heard, how can you make up a thing like that?
I'm not making it up.
You must be making it up. People don't lie about things like this.
He didn't lie. He convinced himself that he was telling the truth.
What do you know about it?
I speak from experience.
All right. Is there anything else?
Cough drop?
I'll take one.
Hey, Mike.
Cough drop?
No, thank you.
I'll take one, thanks. Okay, so
What? Come on.
okay.
Let's get on with it.
All right. Look, there is something else that I would like to point out here. I think that we have now proven that the old man could not have heard the boy say, "I'm going to kill you."
Well, I disagree.
But let's hear her through anyway.
All right, but assuming that he did hear the boy say it, okay? This phrase, how many times have we used it? Probably hundreds. This is a saying that we all say quite often. "Junior, if you don't go clean your room, I'm going to kill you." Or your husband starts yelling at the TV, "Rocky, kill him." We use it all the time. It doesn't necessarily mean we're actually going to go and kill somebody.
True. Yeah, but the circumstances alter this somewhat here.
The old man was murdered.
And remember, the phrase is, "I'm gonna kill you." And he screamed it from the top of his lungs.
That's what I understood.
Yeah. Can't convince me that somebody who says something like that, the way he said it, doesn't mean it.
Look, let me ask you this. Do you really think the boy would yell out a thing like that for everybody to hear? He's much too bright for that.
Right, he's a common ignorant slob. He don't even speak good English.
He doesn't even speak good English.
He's clever enough.
Was a good one.
I would like to change my vote to not guilty.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Oh my gosh. All right. I think this is the perfect time for a recess. We all could use a little break.
I would like to change my vote to not guilty.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Why are you changing your vote?
I think there's doubt.
Where? What's the doubt?
Well, there's the knife.
Oh, she talked you into believing a fairy tale.
No, go on. Give us your reasons.
And there's the old man. You know, like maybe he didn't lie. Maybe he did lie. I don't know, but maybe he just doesn't like the boy.
Well, that isn't the end.
Well, I think there's reasonable doubt.
What are you basing it on? Stories that this woman told and made up? Let me tell you, she could write for Crime Monthly. She'd make a fortune. Remember, the boy had a lawyer. Why didn't the lawyer bring up those points?
Lawyers can't think of everything.
Hell's bells. You sit there and you pull stories out of thin air. Now we're supposed to believe that the old man didn't get up out of bed. He never went to the door, he didn't open the door, and he didn't see the boy running down the stairs 15 seconds after the killing.
Did the old man say he ran to the door?
No.
Ran.
No, he said he went. He said he went. He went from the bedroom to the front door. That's what I remember. Isn't that right?
Well, wait, where was the bedroom again?
Down the hall somewhere.
Down the hall somewhere? Are we gonna send a boy off to die because the room is down the hall somewhere?
I thought you remembered everything. Don't you remember that?
No, I don't remember that.
I don't remember either.
You know, Madam Foreman, I think I'd like to see the diagram of that apartment again.
Oh, I know. Why don't we run the whole trial over and over and over so you can get it straight?
The bedroom is down the hall somewhere.
Right.
Do you know where it is? Do you know exactly where it is? Madam Foreman?
I heard you.
Thank you.
What's this one for? How come you're the only one here who has to see exhibits all the time?
I want to see that one too.
So do I. And I want to stop wasting time.
So do I.
Thank you.
Are we going to be wading through all this nonsense to see where the body was found?
No, we're not. We are going to see how an old man who has had 2 strokes in the last 3 years and walks with a pair of canes can somehow make it to his front door in 15 seconds.
Ah! You said 20.
He said 15.
He was very positive about that.
Okay, how can you figure out, like, how can you judge 15 seconds? How can you judge a thing like that?
Don't you know how?
Look, his old man, he was confused. You saw that? I mean, half the time he was confused. How can we be positive about anything he said?
I don't know.
Well, you know what I mean.
No, maybe you know. Is this what you wanted?
Yes, thank you so much.
Sure, that's my job.
Do me a favor. Wake me up when this is all over.
I looked at that diagram for 2 hours. Enough is
Now,
enough.
some of us are interested. Go ahead. Let's go ahead.
Okay, so, all right, can you all see it all right? So this is the diagram of the apartment in which the killing took place. Now the old man lives downstairs and directly below, so his apartment is exactly the same. So here are the L tracks. Here's the bedroom, the living room, the kitchen, and the bathroom. Here's the bedroom door, the hallway. This is the front door to the apartment, and here are the steps. So the old man testified that he was in bed, he got up, went to his bedroom door, went down the hall, opened the front door, just in time to see the boy running down the stairs, correct?
Right.
All in 15 seconds. Now, so he's in bed, which is by the window. He would have to have traveled 12 feet from the bed to the bedroom door.
12 feet.
Open the bedroom door. Then he would have had to have walked 43 feet, 6 inches to the front door, opened the front door, and seen the boy in 15 seconds. I don't think it's possible.
You know it's possible.
In 15 seconds.
He can only move very slowly. They had to help him to the witness chair.
They did.
Look, I mean, he would have been in a hurry. He heard the scream.
That's right.
For a man who walks with canes, this would be a very long walk.
Well,
What are you doing? What
now
are you
you know.
doing?
Well, we're going to try this thing. Let's see how long it took him. I'm going to measure off 12 feet, which is the length of the bedroom. Hey, can I borrow
You can't. You're crazy. You can't recreate something like that. Come
Perhaps
on.
if we could see it, this is an important thing.
This is a ridiculous waste of time. Let her do it.
I see no harm. It's a little foolish, but go ahead.
Okay, so let's say this is the bedroom door. How far would you say it is from here to the door of this room?
I'd say it's about 20 feet.
Yeah, just about.
Okay, 20 feet. That works. So from here to the door and back, that would be 40 feet. So that's in fact actually less of a distance than the old man actually would have had to have traveled down the hall, right?
Just a few feet, maybe.
Oh, look, this is absolutely insane. What makes you think you can do this?
Yeah.
We can't stop her.
Look, do you mind if we try this? According to you, it's only going to take 15 seconds. I think we can spare that. Does anyone have a watch with the second hand?
Oh, I do.
Oh, great. All right, so you can time us. That'll be great.
All right, well, time me from there.
All right, so let's assume that the bed is right here and that the old man keeps his canes right next to his bed.
That's right.
All right? Okay, so. All right, I'm ready.
I'm just waiting for the hand to get to the 60.
Speed it up. He walked twice as fast as Dad. Come
I
on.
think this is even more quickly than the old man walked in the courtroom.
No, it isn't.
All right, if you want me to walk faster, I will.
Speed it up just a little.
Very good.
Stop.
Right.
What's the time?
15, 20, 25, 30, 39 seconds exactly.
That can't be.
39.
That can't be.
Wow, that's interesting.
What do you think of that?
39 seconds. 39.
Wow, and the old man testified under oath that it took 15 seconds.
And we all seem to agree that it was 25 to 35 seconds.
Well, he may have been a little bit off on the speed at which the old man moved, but 24 seconds off? Well, now you know.
Far be it from me to call anyone a liar, but the difference between the old man's testimony and what you have given here, well, that is quite
Quite a discrepancy.
a discrepancy, right? Quite a discrepancy.
You know, it is my guess that the old man was trying to get to the front door when he heard someone racing down the stairs, and he just assumed that it was the boy.
I think that's possible.
Assumed? Everyone listen to me. I've seen a lot of dishonesty in my day, but this little display takes the cake.
What dishonesty?
Tell her. You come in here with your heart bleeding all over the floor about these slums and injustices, and then you make up these wild stories, and you've got a couple of soft-hearted sob sisters listening to you. Well, I'm sick of it. What's wrong with you people? This boy is guilty. He's got to burn. We're letting him slip through our fingers.
Our fingers? Are you his executioner?
I'm one of them.
Wow, I bet you'd like to pull the switch.
On this good for nothing, you bet I'd like to pull the switch.
Wow, I feel sorry for you.
Don't start with me.
What it must feel like to want to pull the switch.
Shut up.
You are a sadist.
Shut up.
You want to see this boy die because it will make you happy personally.
Will
not
you
because
shut
of the facts. You disgust me.
Let me go. Kill her. I'll kill her.
We do not want any fights in here.
You're not really going to kill me, are you? Didn't think so.
Ladies, is everything okay? I heard some noise.
No. Everything's just fine.
Fine.
Just fine. Here. you
Why
can
do we
take
have to
these
behave
things.
like children?
There you go.
I don't believe we should
everything's
behave
fine.
like children either.
Don't look at me.
Listen, we have a responsibility here. It's a remarkable thing about democracy that we are, what is the word? Notified. That we are all notified by mail to come down to this place to make a decision about the guilt or innocence of a person, a man or a woman we have never met before. We have nothing to gain by our verdict. That is why we are strong. We cannot, we should not make this a personal thing.
Thank you very much.
Why do you thank me?
We forget. We sometimes need to be reminded.
I'm glad we're going to be civilized about this.
Well, we're still nowhere.
No, we're somewhere or getting there, maybe.
Maybe.
Who has an idea?
I think we should try another vote. Madam Foreman?
It's all right with me. Is there anybody that doesn't want to vote?
No, let's do it.
Yes, vote.
All right, let's do it.
All right. I want an open ballot. I wanted to call out our votes. I want to know who stands where.
Well, that sounds fair.
That's right.
Does anyone object? Okay, I'll call your juror numbers. I vote guilty. Number 2,
Not guilty.
Number 3.
Guilty.
Number 4. Where's 4? 4.
Oh, guilty.
4.
Guilty.
5.
Not guilty.
6.
Not guilty.
Oh, God. 7.
Guilty!
8.
Not guilty.
9.
Not guilty.
10.
Guilty.
11.
Not guilty.
And 12.
Guilty?
That's 6 to 6.
I'll tell you something, the crime being committed is right in this room.
The vote is 6 to 6.
I'm ready to walk into the courtroom right now, declare a hung jury. There's no reason for us to go on like this anymore. Let's get out of this.
Number 11, why did you change your mind? And number 2, why did you change your mind? And number 6, why did you change your mind? There are 6 women here who are afraid a murderer is going to be put loose on the street, and emotion won't do.
Well, I don't believe the old man heard or could see the boy run down the stairs. And I don't believe the old man could hear the boy scream, "I'm going to kill you." But if the old man did hear the boy scream, "I'm going to kill," then we have the authority from this woman here that he might not have really meant he was going to kill.
Okay. Why don't we take it into the judge and let the boy take his chance with 12 other jurors?
Well, the vote is 6 to 6. You know, I don't think we can agree on anything.
No.
Yeah, it's got to be unanimous, and we're never going to get her to agree with us.
Look, I was alone. Now 5 other people agree with me. There is a doubt.
You're never going to convince me there's any doubt, because I know there ain't no doubt.
I tell you what, maybe we are a hung jury. It happens sometimes.
No, we are not going to be a hung jury.
But we are right now the perfect balance. Let's take this into the judge. If there's reasonable doubt, I don't see it. I don't either.
There's doubt in my mind.
Maybe we should vote.
What do you mean vote?
Not again. No, vote on whether or not we are a hung jury.
So you mean we vote yes, we are a hung jury, or no, we're not a hung jury?
That's what I was thinking of.
I'm not sure we could agree on whether we're a hung jury.
We cannot even agree on whether or not the window should be open.
It's true. Well, how about if we make it a majority vote? The majority wins.
Okay. So if 7 of us vote yes, we're a hung jury, we'll take it into the judge and tell her we're a hung jury.
Right. And if 7 of us vote no, that we are not a hung jury, then we go on and continue to discuss.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
I think it's the only solution.
Anything to end this.
Okay, are we agreed then?
Yes.
I certainly am.
7 more votes yes, and we take it to the judge?
Okay. Let's call out our votes.
Okay, here we go again.
Okay.
I vote yes, we are a hung jury. Juror number 2.
No.
Juror number 3.
Yes, clearly.
Juror number 4.
Yes.
5.
No.
6.
No.
7.
Yes.
8.
No.
9.
No.
10.
Yes.
11.
No.
12.
Yes.
Oh, no.
That's 6 to 6.
We can't even get a majority to determine whether we're a hung jury or not.
Yeah. True. Okay, I went along with the majority to vote on this issue like this, but I didn't agree with it then, and I don't agree with it now. I'm changing my vote to no. We're not a hung jury. I believe the boy is guilty beyond a reasonable doubt, but I want to hear from some of you why you changed your mind.
Okay. Then we aren't a hung jury. So we go on.
Good, we go on.
So number 2, why did you change your mind?
Well, she seems pretty sure about it, and she's made a lot of really good points. Well, this one just gets mad and insults everybody.
Well, does the anger and insult change the innocence or guilt of the boy? I mean, you know, do you want to put a murder on the street because a juror might be mad that you might put a murder on the street?
That's true.
Dear God. You know, regardless of the insults, the boy did do it, okay? And, you know, I don't see that there's doubt. Number 5, do you see doubt?
There's doubt.
Okay, well, I don't think so. You know, we've got that train track, and it runs right underneath that window. Now, that L train makes a low rumbling sound in front of that train. Now, if it was a curve, the L train would make a screeching sound. Now, the old man heard the scream, and it was high-pitched. And it is an apartment building, so the walls are really thin.
Good, that's it, that's
Okay.
it. Yep.
And there were no fingerprints found. Remember, though, it's summer, and so there's probably not going to be any gloves used, right?
Now I want you to listen to this
Yep,
lady.
yep,
She
yep.
knows what she's talking
Let's
about.
think what else, you know, and then he had to wipe the fingerprints, so that took a few more seconds to get those fingerprints wiped, right?
Okay, that is the point. That is the point.
Okay, why don't we just time it to see?
Well, we could, you know, I mean, I think the man could have been wrong about the time, but right about who he saw, saying he did see the boy. You know, we could reconstruct the killing.
As
Let's
well
do
as we're able to reconstruct it.
Want to do it?
This is right.
Okay, we reconstructed the old man getting out of bed and going to the door, and we timed that.
Yep.
Now let's reconstruct the actual crime.
Yep.
I think a murder could use up 30 to 40 seconds pretty easily by
All right.
then.
That's good going here. Come on. Okay. Let's see. Here, you do the stabbing.
No, I'll do it.
Hey, why don't you be the one who gets stabbed, okay? But remember, you're gonna take 1 second to fall.
That's right. The man was found on his right side. So when you fall, you need to fall on your right side. And then you kind of roll a little bit, okay? Okay. And, you know, the murderer, anybody who hates somebody enough to kill him, is probably going to stare at you for a little bit, okay?
Right, try to divorce yourself from this particular case.
Yeah. Let's see,
Just
what else do
human
you do
nature.
there?
Yeah, that absolutely seems,
yeah.
that seems reasonable.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, and then another point is, anybody who's clear enough mentally to wipe away fingerprints, they're probably gonna look around the room too, just to look for any other clues. We gotta remember that.
Okay.
Okay,
That's
now,
the point.
remember, you know, stabbing someone isn't like shooting them, you know? Even if it's right in the heart. He would have fallen to the ground and then worked around on the floor a little bit, writhing, you know? A few seconds.
Yeah, you know, there'd have been enough oxygen in his body. He could have lasted another second or two.
Right,
So let's remember that.
Wouldn't the
okay?
father have cried out?
Maybe the son held his mouth.
Let's see.
Oh, that is possible.
See?
That is possible.
And you know, we're trying to make this clear. So let's remember, when you murder somebody, it's really not about the quality, okay? So shall we get started? Let's do it.
This gets better and better.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you we need somebody to time it.
Oh, I'll do it again.
Great.
Yeah, I think so.
Now, when you're ready to start, you stomp your foot, okay?
I can do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Come on.
About the was on the fingerprints, I was thinking about this. If a man who hated me was coming into my house and wiping off fingerprints off the doorknob, why, I would scream.
Yeah.
I think even a man would feel a little uneasy about that. So it stands to reason that the murderer probably wiped the fingerprints off the doorknob after the murder, and then that would add a little more time as well.
That's a good point. Very good point. All right, Lee. All right, let us know when you're gonna start.
May I have a chair, please?
This ought to be good.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. You're welcome. I love demonstrations.
Stay there. Can we move back just a little?
Sure.
Let's move this back just a little.
We want it to be the perfect murder.
That's right. Are you ready yet?
Oh, I'm just waiting for the him to get to the 6.
I'm gonna kill you!
Breathe, writhe, writhing, 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 writhing,
Right. 15, 20, 25, 29 and a half seconds. 29 and a half seconds.
Wow. 29 and a half. Man. Wow. So the old man was wrong about the time, but could still be right about who he saw. Right?
Well, that is true. He could have been right about who he saw.
I mean, it's reasonable that he did see that boy going down those stairs.
So now both time sequences check. The one you did and the one you did.
Yeah.
What with running downstairs and everything, it does pretty much check out on times.
Well, sure.
Yep.
He's an old man. He is. Who wants attention. Well, she's probably right. But the old man feels the way everybody does. There is a life at stake.
But the story of the old man may be true.
Well, except for this fact that on the stand, he testified that it took 15 seconds. In fact, he absolutely swore under oath that it was only 15 seconds.
And we've now demonstrated that it was at least 25 to 35 seconds.
So you are now admitting that the old man lied in one case and told the truth in the other. So while this does tend to confirm the story of the old man, well, he is now a proven liar, and this is by your own admission.
Well, that may be true that the man lies in part, but I think I'll change my vote again to guilty.
Okay, that's good. Okay, okay, what about you? What do you think? Yeah. Oh my God.
I'm just really not sure. But I still want to talk some more. I mean, at first I was guilty, then I went non-guilty. Now I'm sort of leaning back towards guilty.
Okay, good. That's good. How about you? What about you?
No, I'm definitely now in real doubt. Real doubt.
I say guilty. I was right the first time.
Okay, we're beginning to make some sense in here. Okay. Hallelujah.
It seems to be back to 9 guilty and 3 not guilty.
Okay, I do have another question about the old man downstairs. So, how many of you live in apartment buildings? Yes.
I don't know what you're thinking, but I know what I'm thinking. I don't live in a housing project, but it's close. The lights in the hallway are barely enough to see the steps, nothing more. The light bulbs are so small. And this murder happened in a housing project. Remember how we stumbled on these steps?
Yes. In fact, the police officers, remember they used those LED bulbs and flashlights. Remember that?
Yes, yes. And this old man misjudged the time by 20 seconds. On this point, we all can agree.
Yeah.
This old man looked down a dark hallway in a housing project and recognized a running figure.
He was 100% wrong about the time it took him. It was almost twice that.
Then could not the old man be 100% wrong about who he saw?
Exactly.
That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. You're making that up out of thin air.
We're a hung jury.
Yep.
Let's be honest about it.
Seven. Do you truly believe that there is room for reasonable doubt?
Yes, I do.
I beg your pardon, but I think perhaps you don't understand the term reasonable doubt.
What did you just say to me? Who do you think you are? Do you know who I am? How dare you? How about this babe? She comes running over here, running for her life. And then before she can take her big breath, she's gonna tell all of us how to live our lives. You've got some nerve, chickie.
No one asked where you came from.
Hey,
Or where your mother came from.
I came from here.
It's all right. I'm used to this. It's okay.
No, it's not all right. Look, maybe we should take a few hints from those who came running here. Maybe they've learned something we didn't. We're not so perfect. You know, it is not all right that she talked to you like that.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. How was that? Was that good enough?
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, good.
All right.
That's what we wanted.
All right, I've had it. Let's stop all this. Does anyone have anything constructive to say?
Oh, God.
Well, something's been bothering me a little bit. You know, like about the stab wound and how it was made. Like the downward angle of it.
We're not going to start with this again. They went over it and over it and over it in court.
I know they did, but I don't go along with it. Okay, the son was 5 foot 8 inches tall, right?
Yeah.
And the dad was 6 foot 2 inches tall. The difference is 6 inches. I don't think it makes sense, and it seems really awkward to stab downward into a person that's half a foot taller than you are.
Look, you're not going to be satisfied until we do a recreation. I'll do a demonstration for y'all.
Oh,
Okay?
dear God.
Yeah, so, let's see here. I need somebody up here. Come on, someone. Let's,
I'm done.
come on. Thank you for volunteering.
Oh.
Okay, so I'm gonna do it only once. Pay attention. I don't want to have to do it again. Okay. Now I'm gonna crouch down because it's 6 inches. Okay. Is this 6 inches?
That's more than 6 inches.
Fine. Let it be more. Ready?
Ready.
What's wrong with you?
Really?
Come on now.
You Look, and nobody's hurt, are they?
No.
Okay.
No, nobody's hurt.
See? So, let's go. Down and in. That's exactly how I would have stabbed a taller person if I was shorter. Look at that angle. Am I wrong? Tell me I'm wrong. Down and in.
Down and in, I guess there's no argument.
Okay, so have you ever stabbed anybody?
Of course not.
Have you?
Don't be silly.
Have you?
No, I haven't.
Then where do you get all your information from?
What do you mean? It's common sense.
Well, look, this boy was an experienced knife fighter. In fact, you all told me that he went to reform school for knifing somebody.
That's right.
Okay, so tell me this. Doesn't this seem like a really awkward way to handle a knife?
What are you asking me for?
Well,
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Can I see that knife?
sure. Have you ever seen a knife fight?
Yes, I have.
In the movies?
Well, in my backyard, on my stoop, in the vacant lot across the street where I grew up. You know, switchblades are common in my neighborhood back then. I guess it's one of those things I tried to forget. But I gotta tell you, anyone that knows how to use a switchblade would never come from above. They would always come upward.
Okay, so the boy couldn't have made the kind of wound that killed the father.
Well, he conceivably could have done it, but someone with experience, like this boy, would do what's natural, and that would be underhand.
Okay. All right.
I don't believe it.
Neither do I. You're giving us a bunch of mumbo jumbo. Come on.
All right, so, Seven, what do you think?
I'm going to tell you something. I'm a little sick and tired of all of this. We have been here 6 days, all these hours, and we are getting nowhere. Can we stop the arguing and just go home?
Oh, okay. Before we do that, I just want to see if we can wrap this whole thing up and pull it all together.
Oh, this should be good.
She has a right. Let her go ahead.
Do you want me to time this too?
Oh my God.
No.
Let's hear her out.
I'm in advertising. I love to see things get pulled together. Makes for good layouts. Let's see if we can look at the whole picture and see if a pattern is there. Maybe we can try getting a fresh point of view.
Thank you. All right, so I want all of you to look at this logically and consistently.
We have guilty.
So, is this boy smart or is he dumb?
What do you mean?
Look, this boy went to reform school for knife fighting. On the night of the killing, he goes and he buys a switchblade. He then takes that knife and goes and murders a man, his own father, with a weapon that everybody would associate with the boy?
I agree. He is quite dumb.
But if he's dumb, why is it that he then goes and makes the kind of wound that an inexperienced man would make with the knife? Look, to kill somebody takes great emotion, great hatred, and in that moment you are going to do it the best that you can. And someone who had been trained and experienced with knives would use it as they had been trained. That would be underhanded, where an inexperienced man would have then done it overhand. But this boy is being smart. He knows everybody knows he has experience with knives. So he is smart enough to make the kind of wound that an amateur would make. That boy is smart. This is a smart boy who also knows enough to go and wipe the fingerprints off of all of the doorknobs. Perhaps even smart enough to go and wait for an L train to go by to cover the noise of the murder.
And the woman across the tracks saw the murder, so it's possible that someone on the train could have seen it too.
That is true, but nobody did that we know of.
Take an awfully dumb person to do the murder while the train went by that somebody could see it.
Exactly. A dumb person, a very stupid person, someone who is swept away by emotion. They probably didn't hear anything. They probably didn't even know the train was coming by. And whoever killed the father, well, they did it as well as they could. So, look. This boy waits to go and he buys a knife, and he is dumb enough to go and do everything in his power to associate himself with the switchblade, a switchblade murder. But at the same time, he is smart, and he is smart enough to make the kind of wound that would lead us to suspect somebody else. But then, he's dumb. And he does the murder as an L train is going by. But then he's smart. And he's smart enough and goes and runs around and wipes the fingerprints off everywhere. Look, to say this boy is guilty, he has to be dumb from about 8 o'clock to midnight. And then he's smart for a second, dumb for a second, smart again, and then stupid. So stupid that he can't even come up with a decent alibi. To say this boy is guilty, you must toss his intelligence around like a pancake. There is doubt, doubt, doubt.
Wait a minute.
I hadn't thought of that.
Look, and what about the old man? The old man swore it took him only 15 seconds. He insisted that it was only 15 seconds. But we now know that it took him almost 40 seconds, at least.
Right.
Yes, we all agree that it was 25 to 35 seconds longer than you said.
True.
Yes, so for the boy to be guilty, we have to believe that he's smart than dumb, smart than dumb, smart than dumb, and so on. And for the boy to be guilty, the old man has to lie half the time and tell the truth the other half of the time. You can reasonably doubt.
Yeah, does the old man lie half the time and tell the truth half the time? You're making that point.
Exactly. There is reasonable doubt. Is there anyone here who does not think there is reasonable doubt?
I'm sold on reasonable
Oh,
doubt.
God.
I think I am too.
What?
I wanted more talk, and now I've had it.
I want another vote.
Okay. There's another vote called for. I guess the quickest way is a show of hands. Anybody object?
Nope.
Okay. All right. All those voting not guilty, raise your hands.
Oh. Oh my God. Seriously?
9. All those voting guilty? 3. The vote is 9-3 in favor of acquittal.
I don't believe you people. How can you believe this boy is innocent? You know how those people lie. They don't know what the truth is. They also don't need some real big reason to kill someone either. They get drunk and someone's dead in the gutter, shot. Human life just doesn't mean as much to them as it does to us. What are you doing? Look, these people are drinking and fighting, and if somebody gets killed, somebody gets killed. Where are you going?
I'm going to the window.
They don't care. Oh, sure, there's a couple good things about them. I'm the first to say that. I've known a few decent ones, but they're the exception. Most of them, they don't care. It's like they have no feelings. They can do anything. Oh, come on now. Where are you going? I'm speaking. speaking my piece. You know what? They're no good. There's not a single one that's any good. Listen to me. I'm trying to tell you something. You better watch out. That boy on trial, you know how those people are. Listen to me.
I've heard enough of you. If you open your mouth one more time, I'm going to shut you up.
I'm just trying to tell you something.
Everyone needs to sit down. Okay. I believe the boy is guilty beyond a reasonable doubt, and I'm going to tell you my reasons why. The most damning evidence is the woman who actually saw the murder committed through the window.
All right, let's talk about it. What exactly did she say?
Okay, I can recount it.
That's exactly the most important testimony. That's the only thing. Yeah.
Okay. She said she went to bed at 11 o'clock. She couldn't sleep. She tossed, she turned for an hour. About 10 after midnight, and her window is right across from the other apartment. 10 after midnight, she looks through the window and sees the boy stab his father. Now that is unshakable testimony.
That's what I mean. That's the whole case.
I mean, in view of this, I don't know how you can vote for an acquittal.
Yeah.
Hey, what time is it?
Wait.
10 minutes of 6.
Hey, do you think they'd let us go home and finish this in the morning? My kid's got a school project.
Not a chance.
Wait, can you not see the clock clearly without your glasses?
No, not clearly.
Oh, well, let me ask you this. What do you guys do when you wake up in the middle of the night and you want to see what time it is?
I put on my glasses and I look at the clock.
Okay.
I listen to the clock chime. My father got it for us when we got married. It took us 10 years to find a place to put it.
Well, do you wear your glasses to bed?
Of course not. Nobody wears glasses to bed.
Well, what about the woman who saw the killing? She wears glasses, doesn't she?
No, she doesn't wear.
She wears glasses?
Of course, she wore bifocals. I remember this point very clearly. They look quite strong.
Bifocals, and she never took them off. Right.
Funny. I never thought of that.
Yeah, so the woman testified that the killing took place the instant she looked out the window. And that 1 second later, the lights went out. I think it's fair to say and logical, based on what you've told me here today, that she was not wearing her glasses in bed, and she clearly did not have enough time to put her glasses on. Certainly not before she looked out the window with that timing. So, you know, while the woman may have honestly believed that she saw the boy, I say she only saw a blur.
How do you know what she saw? Maybe she's farsighted. How does she know this stuff?
Is there anybody left who doesn't think there's a reasonable doubt here?
Oh, I wonder, but I'm sick of this. There's reasonable doubt.
I think he's guilty.
Anybody else?
The glasses.
What?
I'm convinced.
Are you serious?
There's reasonable doubt.
We're waiting. You're alone.
11 not guilty. 1 guilty.
I don't care if I'm alone or not. I have the right.
Yes, you have a right.
Well, I told you I think he's guilty.
Well, we want to hear your arguments.
I gave you my arguments.
We're not convinced. We want to hear them again. We have time.
Listen, what's the matter with you? You came up with most of these arguments. You're gonna let a guilty man go onto the streets, a murderer? He's got to die. I mean, what's wrong with you? Don't turn away from me now.
I'm sorry, I'm convinced. You know, I'm not wrong very often, but this time I'm wrong.
I'm entitled to my own opinion. It's gonna be a hung jury.
Well, maybe it will be.
It's gonna be a hung jury, and that's it.
Well, look, we can maybe then just hope a couple months from now that you'll get some sleep.
You're all alone.
It takes a great deal of courage to stand alone.
You know, if we're a hung jury, there'll be another trial. And people here will tell the attorneys these points. We'll bring them up.
Come on. Come on. That's it! That's it!
They're waiting. Not guilty.
Not guilty.
As the Beatles once remarked, thank you, we hope we passed the audition.